Late night calm, lights dim, no pressure. Room feels soft, edges smooth, I'm moving at my own groove. Nothing loud inside my head, just starts drifting instead. Smoke goes up, slow motion, more like mood than devotion. I don't lean out on the pen, just let the moment bend. Clock keeps ticking somewhere far, doesn't tell me who we are. Tonight I'm not in search of more, just cool with what's in store. I sit back, let my shoulders drop, let the inner chatter stop. This pace feels right for me, not asleep, just free. Cloud level low, mind real light, everything feels alright. I don't fade, I don't flow, just cruising at a slower mode. Cloud level low, oh, cloud level low. Easy breath, nothing heavy on my chest. No escape, no show, just riding cloud level low. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Music homes but stays behind like it knows it's not the sign. It just fills the empty space, gives the quiet some shape. Smoke drifts thin, almost gone, wasn't the point all along. What I needed was the ease that comes when I don't squeeze. No reflection, no rewind, just present with my mind. Even silence feels complete when I'm not on repeat. I don't label this as peace, I don't frame it as release. It's just balance for the night, and honestly that's right. Cloud level low, mellow zone, feeling good being alone. No disguise, no code, just moving. Cloud level low, cloud level low, cloud level low. Steady, calm, warm, resting in my palms. No rush, no low, just riding cloud level low. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There were nights I pushed too far, mistook distraction for a spark. Now I know when to pause, let the feeling I've lost. Smoke burns out, ash goes cold, still the calm stays bold. That's the part I really want, the part that doesn't haunt. I breathe deep, let it pass, not trying to make it last. Moments don't need change, they return when you change. Outside cars keep sliding by, inside I don't, that's why. Tonight don't need a meaning, just a softer way of being. Inhale, hold, release. Inhale, slow, repeat, yeah. Cloud level low, mind unwind, nothing pulling from behind. I don't drown, I don't cope, just moving at my scope, moving at my scope. Cloud level low, cloud level low. Night intact, still awake, still on track. No high, no low, just riding cloud level low. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If tomorrow comes too fast, I'll remember how this passed. Not dramatic, not deep, just the calm I get to keep. Smoke is gone, air is clear, still feels good being here. That's how I know I'm alive, when calm stays in my mind. I don't need to chase a state or medicate the weight. This level's enough for me, right where I'm meant to be. Cloud level low, final frame, nothing here I need to name. No escape, no show, just living. Cloud level low, cloud level low, cloud level low. Lights stay dim, settling in, still awake, moving slow and in cloud level low. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cloud level low, cloud level, cloud level low, cloud level, cloud level low, cloud level low. Yo, I'm not speeding, not stalling, just letting the distance breathe. Hands loose on the wheel, mind floating somewhere in between. Street lights blink slow, like the count in my thoughts. Every block feels neutral, nothing gained, nothing lost. Radio low, just texting out a voice telling me how. I don't need motivation, I'm already present now. Smoke barely traces the air, gone before it can stay. More like a signal to slow down than a reason to escape. I used to chase moment, squeeze meaning from night. Now I let the night exist without putting up a fight. Windows cracked just enough for the city to slide in. Cool air resetting whatever was tight in my skin. Drift mode still on, no rush in my chest. Moving forward without trying my best. Not checked out, not too focused, just balanced in motion. Balanced in motion. Drift mode still on, road humming low. Letting the minutes decide where to go. No highs to defend, no lows to outrun. Just riding until the tension. Every turn feels optional, nothing forcing my hand. I like nights that don't ask me to understand. Thoughts show up slower when the pace is right. They don't stack, don't spiral, just pass through the night. I'm not fixing the past, not planning the next. Just staying aligned with whatever is left. Smoke fades quick, calm stays longer. That difference difference makes me feel stronger. City keeps moving without knowing my name, and somehow that takes away the pressure to explain. I don't need signs, I don't need proof. Tonight isn't trying to teach me a truth, just a rhythm between red lights and green, where being aware doesn't mean being seen. Drift mode still on, steady and clear. Nothing pulling me forward or rear. No destination to justify, just letting the drive apply. Drift mode still on, smooth control. Not chasing the feeling, not losing my role. No need to define what this becomes, just ride until the noise goes numb. There were nights I leaned too hard on the haze, trying to blur out entire days. Now it's lighter, more intention, just a detail, not essential. What matters is how my breath lines up with the hum of the tides, the rise, the drop. I don't feel empty, I don't feel full, just stable, present, functional. That's a win I didn't see before. Back when everything needed more. Now less feels clean, less feels true, less feels closer to being you. I pass familiar exits, don't take it. Some chapters don't need revisiting. They did their work, now they rest. Same as my thoughts inside my chest. Street lights, precinct, clear head, precinct. Drift mode still on, night intact. Still awake, still on track. No escape, wrapped in smoke, just motion, just tone. Drift mode still on, eyes half light, focused enough to feel right. Not zoning out, not over control, just steady, slow and whole. Eventually the road will end a bend, but I'm not rushing in toward that then. This stretch right here is doing enough, teaching me calm without acting tough. Smoke's gone now, air feels clean like that was never the main scene. What I keep is the quiet drive that reminds me I'm alive. I don't label this piece of growth, I don't turn it into a note. It's just a state I recognize when I stop needing reasons why. Yeah. Drift mode still on, final mile. Same soft focus, same calm style. No climax, no resolve, just sting and dissolve, Drift mode still on, lights thin out. Everything I needed worked itself out. Still moving, still slow, anywhere the road flows. Anywhere the road flows.
No answers queued, no finish line, just awareness. I stopped asking moments to explain themselves, stopped needing the night to turn into something else. There's a strange relief in unfinished thought when you let it exist without tying a knot. I walk through hours that don't announce meaning. No signs, no symbols, no clear beginning, just continuity, breath after breath. Life not rushing toward depth. I used to believe in sight had a sound, like a click, like a switch, like solid ground. Now I notice it's quieter than that, more like subtraction than impact. Smoke rises, then forgets its form. Not teaching, not hiding, not keeping me warm, just a reminder that things can appear without asking to stay or be clear.
Thinking without conclusion,
Feels lighter than true,
no final illusion.
nothing to prove,
Thinking without conclusion,
no pressure to know,
just staying in motion.
letting thoughts go. I don't rush to label what I feel, I don't freeze it to make it real. Some states are meant to pass through, not be archived or turn into views. I notice how often certainty comforts fear more than it actually brings us near to what's real, what's present, what's now. Uncertainty asks less somehow. I'm learning to sit with the open end. Not everything needs to bend to a resolution or form. Some questions just wanna be warm. Smoke fades early, calm lasts long. That contrast feels honest, feels strong. What stays isn't what's intense, it's what doesn't demand defense.
Thinking without conclusion,
No edge, no claim,
just mental diffusion.
without a
Thinking
name,
without conclusion,
letting go of control,
no grand solution.
just keeping the whole.
Thinking without conclusion,
There's a version of peace that isn't still. It moves with you against your will. Not dramatic, not clean, just quietly sustained. I don't feel lost, I don't feel found, I feel present without solid ground. Like standing in water that's calm, but deep enough to be honest. I used to measure progress by change. Now I see how staying can rearrange your relationship with time when you stop forcing a climb between wanting more and wanting less. There's a narrow field of yes where effort softens its grip and awareness learns to sit. No answer, no delay, just this.
Thinking without conclusion.
Feels clear in a strange
No
way.
need for resolution.
Staying away,
Thinking without conclusion.
no need to arrive.
Just staying in motion.
Still alive. If tomorrow brings the same terrain, I won't call it circular or plane. Repetition has its own depth. When you stop resisting its breath, smoke is gone, thought remains. Not sharper, just less strain. I don't feel complete or undone. I feel aligned with what's going on. I don't need closure tonight or a reason to frame the light. This moment doesn't ask to be more than exactly what it's for.
Thinking without conclusion.
No fear to void,
Just mental inclusion.
nothing destroyed.
Thinking without conclusion.
And seen no sign, no final solution. Just time,
Without,
mind open, breathe steady, still thinking.
without.
Breath, still thinking.
Still night. Open space. No pressure. I'm not thinking in circles tonight. More like letting thoughts lose their bite. They show up, sit down, then dissolve without asking me to solve. I don't frame the moment as a test or a lesson dressed as rest. It's just time moving through me without trying to improve me. I used to wrestle every pause, looking for hidden laws. Now I notice how calm I rise when I stop sharpening wise. Smoke drifts once, then disappears. Doesn't cloud, doesn't steer. Just a sign that even form can leave without alarm. I feel solid without a stance, comfortable in the chance that this minute doesn't point to a bigger joint. When nothing needs answers, the mind gets lighter. No weight to carry, no need to decipher when nothing needs answers. Breath finds its place, no future demanding, no past to chase. I walk through thoughts like empty rooms, no urge to redecorate the mood. What's here is already enough, doesn't need to be made tough. I notice how silence isn't blank, it's full without trying to rank. Ideas, fears, plans, and names, they quiet down when I don't aim. There's a version of awareness that doesn't scan for fairness. It just observes without defense, without pulling tense. Smoke fades early, clarity stays not sharp, just spacious in the way, like my mind stretched out wide without picking a side. I don't feel stuck, I don't feel free, just present in continuity. That's a state I never saw when I was obsessed with more. When nothing needs answers, time slows its grip. No edge, no corners, nothing to fix. When nothing needs answers, the moment holds without explanation, without being so. I used to think insight had direction, forward motion, self-correction. Now it feels more like subtraction. Less reaction, less commentary, less control, less need a label to hold. What's left isn't empty space, it's something softer taking place. I don't feel smarter than before, just less busy at the core. Like the mind learned how to rest without calling it progress. I pass thoughts without boarding them, let them go where they've been. Some return, some don't, that's not something I know. Smoke's gone now, air feels clean, not symbolic, just seen. No transformation seen, just steady beam. No signal, no sign, still here. When nothing needs answers, I stop negotiating with every feeling that keeps rotating. When nothing needs answers, I don't arrive or leave, I just stay attentive and breathe. If tomorrow repeats this shape, I won't call it escape. Repetition has its own grace when you meet it face to face. I don't need to feel profound to feel deeply grounded. Sometimes depth is simply staying without translating. Smoke was never the key, it just slowed the entry. What mattered was the space that stayed when it erased. I don't need an end note or a final quote. This moment stands alone, complete in its tone. When nothing needs answers, I feel intact, not solved, not lacking,
just exact when nothing needs answers. The night feels wide, no meaning added, no meaning in denied, no meaning in denied. Quiet hopes, mind open, still moving. Yeah. I used to think answers lived at the edge of things, and big decisions, loud changes, sudden beginnings. Now I notice most of life sits quietly between the moments we think define identity. Not the start, not the end, but the long middle stretch, where nothing collapses and nothing is fixed, where habits and hope share the same space, and clarity shows up without changing its face. I walk through hours that don't leave a mark, but somehow they shape me more than the sparks. The days without headlines, the nights without sound, are where I learn what I'm actually about. Smoke drifts by like a thought I don't chase. It doesn't erase, it just slows the pace enough to see what usually hides when I stop forcing meaning to the side. The weight of the in-between is heavier than it seems. Not drama, not relief, just quietly teaching me the weight of the in-between, where nothing is lost or seen, no answer screamed, just slow clarity. I'm not who I was, not yet who I'll be. Living in overlap, adjusting the seams. Old patterns fading, new ones unsure. No clean cut, no instant cure. I notice how often I reach for noise to avoid sitting with unfinished chores. But silence isn't empty or cold, it's where the real questions unfold. Not what do I want, or where do I go, but can I stay present without needing to know? Can I accept this unshaped form without turning it into a storm? Smoke thins out, air clears slow, nothing changes, but I notice it more. That's how awareness starts to grow, not in answers but in letting go. The weight of the in-between is steady, calm, unseen. No breakthrough scene, just learning how to be. The weight of the in-between is where I learn what I mean. No escape routine, just honest breathing. I used to rush toward becoming like the present was something that I'll run. Now I see how much I missed, trying to fast forward through this. Every version of me left a trace, even the ones I tried to erase. They weren't mistakes or delays, just steps learned in different ways. I don't need a night to confirm that I'm growing or that I've learned. Growth doesn't always announce, sometimes it's how gently you bounce between craving and control, between letting go and holding close. The narrow line feels like strain, but it's where I loosen my chains. No finish line, no retreat, just now. The weight of the in-between is where I finally lean. Not weak, not free, just balance within me. The weight of the in-between, no high, no extreme, just a quiet scene that slowly shapes me. If tomorrow looks the same as today, I won't call it wasted or gray. Repetition holds its own kind of truth if you stop demanding proof. Smoke's gone now, thought remains clearer without needing change. I don't feel soft, I feel real, and that's a depth I can feel. I don't need a final sign or a perfect end to define what this moment is worth. It's enough that I'm here on this earth. The weight of the in-between, I carry it clean. No burden, no shame, just part of me. The weight of the in-between, where life stays unseen. Not lost, not redeemed, just awake in between. Breathe steady, mind open, still here, still here. Breathe steady, still here.
Night still, room warm,
We talk in circles, never land. Say enough to understand, but leave the real part out. Like we're scared of what it's about. Your eyes say more than your tone. Mine say I'm tired of holding my own. We laugh at moments that should hurt just to keep it from getting worse. I remember when it felt easy, when silence didn't feel uneasy. Now every pause feels loaded, like something fragile got folded. We're not broken, not untrue, just moving slower than we used to. Still close, but not aligned, like two thoughts missing time. Half said things in the air, almost honest, almost fair. We don't lie, we just bend, trying not to force an end. Don't force an end, don't force an end. Half said things, late night talks, careful steps, unfinished thoughts. Still here, still us, but something's hanging between us. You ask me what I'm thinking, I say nothing, start blinking. Truth is heavier than it seems when it messes with shared dreams. We learn how to coexist, but forgot how to insist on saying what we need instead of letting silence lead. I don't miss the chaos or pain, I miss when effort felt natural, not strained. When love wasn't something we managed, but something that happened. Now we negotiate emotion, measure every small motion like love turned into math instead of a shared path. I still feel safe when you're near, that's what makes it unclear. Because comfort can hide what we don't wanna decide. Half said things in the room, words stop short, don't bloom. We don't fall, we don't rush, we just hold. But we don't touch, we don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. Half said things, steady tone, not lonely, not alone. Still care, still trust, still trust, still trust, still trust. But we're stuck in the in-between us. I wonder if you feel the same, or if I'm the only one changing lanes. I don't want a dramatic scene, I just want us clean. We can keep the shape a while, make distance look like style, but avoiding truth is weight, even when it feels safe. I'm not asking for forever, I'm asking are we better holding on like this, or risking what we might miss? Because love shouldn't feel like delay, like something postponed every day. It doesn't have to burn or bruise, but it shouldn't feel confused. If we say it plain, does it free us or bring pain? If we don't, does it fade on its own? Half said things, quiet, strange, still love mixed with restraint. No fight, no fuss, just truth waiting on us. Half said things, late at night, almost wrong, almost right. Still here, still trust, but we're circling what's between us. Maybe we'll talk it through, maybe we'll slowly undo, or maybe this was the form love took before it transformed. I don't regret the time or the way your hand fits mine. I just don't wanna pretend that not choosing isn't an end. Whatever we decide to be, I want it honest, I want it free. Not perfect, not clean, just real in between. Half said things, final breath, nothing left. Under depth, no blame, no disguise, just open eyes. Half said things, last frame, still care, still name. No rush, no push, just truth we couldn't overlook. Word grow. Words gone, still felt.
Tonight I notice how the world keeps going without checking in on what I'm knowing. Traffic flows, lights change on time. No concern for what's on my mind. People laugh in fragments I don't catch. Someone arguing, someone making plans. Life unfolds with zero narration, no pause for interpretation. I realize how much energy I spent trying to manage every thought I meant, as if awareness needed supervision, as if being required precision. Now I let perception lead without turning it into a need. Sound is sound, light is light. I don't add weight to the night. Smoke rises once, then leaves the frame. Doesn't shift meaning, doesn't claim. Just another thing that passes through, like most of what I thought I knew. Outside the inner dialogue, everything feels broad. No commentary on the scene,
just seeing what's already seen. Outside the inner dialogue, time doesn't feel wrong. No need to translate the now, just letting it happen somehow. I used to live inside reactions, labeling moments, drafting captions. Now I know this space between where thought ends and sensing begins. There's a quiet power in letting go of the urge to internally narrate the flow when experience doesn't need a voice to justify the choice. Street noise blends into one tone, not chaos, not alone. Just movement doing what it does without consulting who I was. I feel less like a center point, more like part of the joint. Mechanism of night and sound, where meaning doesn't need to be found. Smoke fades, breath stays steady. Mind feels light, body ready. Not for action, not for sleep, just comfortably awake and deep. Outside the inner dialogue, nothing to guard, no identity to maintain, no loss, no gain. Outside the inner dialogue, moments feel long, not because they slow down time, but because I'm not racing my mind. I see how often I confused awareness with constant mental fairness, judging, correcting, arranging, as if silence needed managing. Now I let thoughts be background noise, like distant radios, passing cars, random choice. They don't define the state I'm in, they just move then thin. I don't feel empty, I don't feel full, just evenly present, neutral, like standing in open air without needing somewhere. There's relief in not explaining myself, even internally, even in stealth. No argument, no defense, just simple existence. Smoke was never the point of the night, it just softened the edges of sight. What mattered was stepping aside, letting awareness widen. No commentary, no position, just here, just here. Outside the inner dialogue, breath feels calm, no thought demanding proof, no need to be sure. Outside the inner dialogue, everything aligned, not because it's solved, but because I'm not interfering this time. If tomorrow pulls me back inside and the stories rolls internal tides, I'll remember this vantage point where I didn't have to join. Not as an escape or ideal, just a mode that feels real, available without effort when I stop adding texture. Smoke gone, night still wide, city moves I coincide. No conclusion drawn tonight, just clear sight, just clear sight. I don't need to name this shit or turn it into a gift. It's enough that I notice how light things feel when unfocused. Outside the inner dialogue, I feel intact, not expanded, not reduced, just exact. Outside the inner dialogue, end of the frame, nothing to finish, nothing to claim. No position, just things. Outside the inner dialogue, outside the inner dialogue, nothing to claim. Sun still warm in the memory, night feels friendly. Yeah. Woke up like nothing heavy, no clouds hanging over my head ready. Even the mirror feels kind today, like it's saying, yeah, you're okay. Yeah. Coffee hits right, shoes feel new. Old worries don't follow through. I step outside, world feels loose. Nothing pushing me to choose. Music on, windows down, city smiling back around. Every corner feels forgiving, like the point today is living. Good days come easy when I stop making them hard. Let the moment just be me, not reaching too far. Good days come easy when I move with the flow. No rush to be more than I am, just letting it go. Messages like jokes laying clean, no double reads, no in between. I don't overthink every sign, I let things show in their own time. Breath feels full, steps in sync. Even pauses help me think. Not chasing highs, not afraid, just enjoying the shade. Smoke's not heavy, just a hint, like punctuation in the wind. But even without it, I'm fine. This ease was already mine. Good days come easy when I stop forcing the pace. Let the rhythm carry me through time and space. Good days come easy when I trust where I am. No need to control the scene, just doing what I can. I used to think joy was loud, now I like it toned down. Soft laughs, real smiles, peace that stays a while. I don't need proof or applause, I don't pause for false alarms. If it's good, I let it stay. If it fades, that's okay. Every step don't need a plan. Some days just work how they can, and that's enough for me. Feels like clarity. No rush, no race, just pace. Good days come easy when I don't overreach. When I treat myself kindly and loosen the leash. Good days come easy, clear head, open hands. Nothing major to fix, everything stands. Even if tomorrow bends, I know how this feeling is. It doesn't vanish or hide, it waits inside. I take it with me, low and slow. Wherever I go, good days come easy when I let them. Good days come easy, no reason, no sign. Just showing up gently, right on time. Good days come easy, I finally see. They don't need chasing, they start with me.
City moving, two shadows, same direction.
We don't argue, we just drift like we missed a subtle shift. Still text home out of habit, still care, just less frantic. We move through nights in parallel, same city, different spells. You got your world, I got mine, they brush past from time to time. No tension hanging in the air, more like absence of repair. We learn how to not collide instead of learning how to try. I see you smiling with your friends, I'm glad it looks like it ends well. Not jealousy, not regret, just noticing where we're parallel nights, same mood, different rhythms, different tunes. No drama, no blame, just love rearranged. Parallel nights, city-wide, still connected by the ride. Not together, not apart, just moving with parallel hearts. We don't ask what this is now, too polite to break the vow of not pushing, not demanding, letting distance do the plan. It was a time I'd overthink every pause, every blink. Now I let the quiet be, it tells me more honestly. We share a past that still feels warm, but warmth don't mean it's current. Some things stay good in memory, but can't survive continuity. I don't miss the highs or lows, I miss the middle. How it flowed when love felt light and automatic, not managed, not schematic. Parallel nights passing by, same stars over different skies. No rush, no chase, just time changing pace. Parallel nights, steady calm, no need
Sometimes I think we did it right by not burning out the light, by letting go with some respect instead of leaving wreckage left. There's a quiet kind of care that doesn't need to stay or swear. It just wishes you okay, even if it walks away. I don't need to rewrite us or label what we were. Some connections don't collapse, they just gently unwrap. I pass places we once stayed, feel a smile, not the ache. That's how I know this end is real. It doesn't ask me what to feel. Same city, different pace, still human.
Yeah. Parallel nights moving on, nothing forced, nothing wrong. No goodbye that needs repair, just space handled with care. Yeah. Parallel nights, final view, grateful for what we outgrew. Not a loss, not a scar, just two lives parallel.
Maybe one day we'll cross again as different people, different then, and that'll be enough to know we did what we could then let go. Tonight I ride alone but fine, radio low, open mind. Parallel nights feel kind when you stop forcing time, babe.
Parallel nights, cincy slow, everything in afterglow. No regret, no fight, just distance done right. Parallel nights, lights aligned and split off down different lines. Still respect in the heart, even when past part.
Yeah. Late night, familiar faces, same jokes, new lines on our faces. We sit close, balcony half lit, city below us doing its own thing. Someone laughs mid-story, loses the point. Someone else fills the silence, no need to join. Smoke passes hand to hand, slow and fair, no rush. No one cut in the air, it's not about getting lost or high. It's about staying here a little longer tonight. We talk about nothing, then everything. Old memories resurface, start connecting. Who we were when we had no plan, who we became without understanding. When some stayed close, some drifted away, but tonight the circle holds its shape. No pressure to explain the gaps, just respect for the past we mapped. The circle stays lit, night stays warm. Different lives, familiar forms. No spotlight, no script, just friends in the way we exist. Circle stays lit, smoke moves slow. Words don't rush, moments flow. No future talk, no past guilt. Just a circle, just the build. Someone mentions names we don't see. An old crew, old energy. No bitterness, no need to compare. Just noticing who's still here. We grew different speeds, different lanes. Some chase fire, some chose rain. But when we link, it still feels right. Like time respected what we survived. Smoke curls up, disappears quick. Like certain phases, we don't miss. What stays is the ease, the tone, the comfort of not feeling alone. Phone stay down, screens ignored. This moment doesn't need a record, at least better untagged, unfiltered, untracked. We don't talk dreams like we used to, but there's depth in what we don't do. Sometimes staying grounded together means more than chasing forever. A circle stays lit, quiet pride, no need to prove who survived. Still here, still legit, just friends when the circle stays lit. Circle stays lit, calm intact, nothing forced, nothing cracked. Smoke fades, but the bond sticks. That's the part I don't skip. We joke about age, about time, about how fast years climb. Someone says remember when, and we all feel in the end. There's comfort in shared recall, even the parts that weren't that tall, because we made it through as a unit. Even when we didn't know it, smoke's lighter now, barely there. But the vibe doesn't care, it was never the main event, just the backdrop to the sentiment. We sit in pauses without stress, no one rushing to impress. That's how you know it's real, when silence doesn't need appeal. Different goals, different drives, same respect for each other's lives. We don't need to align to value the time, same night, different path, one moment. Circle stays lit, steady frame, no competition, no game, just loyalty. Without a pitch, just friends, no switch. Circle stays lit, night runs long, even when the smoke is gone. Still laughing, still intact, that's a circle I trust.
Eventually chairs scrape back. Someone's got work, someone's got plans. No dramatic goodbye scene, just text me when you get in. We part ways like it's understood. This wasn't rare, this was good. And good doesn't need to shout, it just sits with you on the way out. I walk home with the calm intact, thinking about the laughs we stacked. Not nostalgic, not stuck, just grateful for the luck. Smoke's gone, air feels clean, but the warmth stays in between. These moments don't disappear, they just live quieter, 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 quieter. Circle stays lit in my mind, even when we split by time. No pressure, no guilt, just friends in the years we built. Circle stays lit and seen, nothing extra, nothing mean, just respect, just trust. That's us. Circle stays lit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Late light leaking through the blinds. City still but never blind. Another hour off the clock, another moment unlocked. Room feels warm, floor feels cold. Night got stories left untold. I'm not digging in my head, just watching time instead. Smoke moves slow, almost shy. Doesn't ask me reasons why. It's just there, then it's gone, like a half-remembered song. I don't chase a special move, I don't need a deeper truth. Tonight's simple, clean, polite. Everything feels like after hours, quiet zone. Finally good being alone. No escape, no disguise. Just after hours, open eyes. After hours, soft and clear. Nothing loud gets in here. I don't rush, I don't fight, I just live in after hours quiet. City noise from far away, like it learned what not to say. Even sirens sound asleep, every thought is moving deep. Smoke hangs thin, barely there, more like texture in the air. Not a habit, not a need, just a pause so I can breathe. I let minutes stack and fall, not keeping count at all. There's no pressure to be more than who I am tonight for sure. After hours, quiet zone. Finally good being alone. No escape, no disguise. Just after hours, open eyes. After hours, steady pace. Nothing here I have to chase. I don't rush, I don't fight, I just sit in after hours quiet. Thoughts come in, then they leave, like they learned some decency. No obsession, no repeat, just a rhythm underneath. Phone lights up, I let it fade. No reply is also made. Some connections need the dark, just to find where they really are. Smoke fades out, calm remains. That was never what I chased. What I keep is how I feel. Balance, present, real. Breathe slow, chest rise. No signs, no past, no next, just now. After hours, quiet stage. Feels like time without a cage. Nothing heavy, nothing tight. Just after hours, quiet. After hours, clearing my out. Feels almost like being a child. Not lost, not defined, just floating in after hours, quiet. If the night wants more of me, I'll give it effortlessly. No resistance, no control, just letting moments roll. I don't label peace or rest, I don't grade how I feel best. This is just a softer lane, running parallel to pain. Smoke's a ghost, nearly gone, but these keeps moving on. That's the part I wanna keep, even when I fall asleep. After hours, final frame. Nothing here I need to name.
no release, no big sign, just after hours quiet. After hours, lights still low, mind stays loose, body slow, still awake, still alright. And then in after hours quiet, room still, city hum. After hours, done.
Somewhere between who I was and who I'll be, I found a little space where I can breathe. No finish line, no reason to pretend. I'm not starting over, I'm starting again. Somewhere between what I lost and what I know, I learned not every answer comes fast, bro. Keep the flame steady, let the moment begin. I'm not starting over, I'm starting again. I'm sitting by a 24-hour greenhouse, rows of dark glass, nobody else around. Sprinklers click somewhere behind the lock gate. Plants growing quietly, never checking the date. The land's different when you think too much. Everything living got its own small clock. You can't pull a leaf just to make it unfold. Can't rush a root cause you're scared of getting old. I break down flour on a folded brown bag. Got an old jazz loop in the seat, lean back. One clean spark, then the flavor comes through. Herbal and sweet with a wide open view. No cap, I spent years feeling halfway made, like my real life waited on a better day. But maybe halfway is a place of its own, where you drop what was fake and build what feels home. I've changed my mind, changed plans, changed friends. Had good things, leave without making amends. Still, every ending cleared part of the shelf. Made room for something that looked more like myself. Somewhere between who I was and who I'll be, I found a little space where I can breathe. No finish line, no reason to pretend. I'm not starting over, I'm starting again. Somewhere between what I lost and what I know, I learned not every answer comes fast, bro. Keep the flame steady, let the moment begin. I'm not starting over, I'm starting again. A worker pulls in through the service side lane, thermos in his hand, jacket marked with a stain. He unlocks the door before the world gets bright. Gonna water new life at the edge of the night. He don't see me sitting across from the place, but something in his routine puts calm in my face. No audience watching, no praise on display. Still he shows up early and gets on with the day. That's real to me. Hey, more than a quote online, doing what matters when nobody sees the grind. Maybe discipline ain't always hard and loud. Maybe it's keeping one promise without a crowd. I take another pull, let the warm tone settle. Guitar string bands with the brush on the metal. I ain't fully healed, fully sure, fully wise, but I'm less likely now to believe my own lies. Like you missed your shot or you waited too long. That voice talks slick, but it's usually wrong. I got breathe, got choices, got room to adjust. That's enough raw material to rebuild some trust. I don't need a new identity by sunrise. Don't need one deep thought to redesign my life. Just one honest move, then another one. That's how a different road gets begun. The greenhouse glass stars catching pale gray. Rose turn visible with the approach of day. Tiny drop shining on the other side. Proof something grew while the city stayed quiet. I put out the end, save the rest for later. No need to overdo a good mood either. That's another lesson I'm trying to learn. Knowing when to pause, knowing what to let burn. Somewhere behind me a delivery truck starts. Low diesel rumble with the kick and the guitar. I sit one more minute, let the new thoughts stay. I don't know my past, every part of today. I can keep the humor, keep the love, keep the scars. Drop the old shame and the impossible bars. Keep what made me human, release what made me small. You don't have to hate who you were to evolve. So I pull out easy as the gates open wide. Worker gives a quick nod as I pass by. Nothing dramatic, just a cleaner head. A new little chapter with the old one read. Somewhere between who I was and who I'll be, I found a little space where I can breathe. No finish line, no reason to pretend. I'm not starting over, I'm starting again. Somewhere between what I lost and what I know, I learned not every answer comes fast, bro. Keep the flame steady, let the moment begin. I'm not starting over, I'm starting again. Not starting over, starting again.
how I see it now.
Booth by the window, 1:15. Waitress pours coffee like the shift just begun. Chrome on the counter, red vinyl crack. Jukebox in the corner playing something laid back. I got a small pre-roll tucked in my coat. A few loose dollars and a thought I wrote. Used to call a bad week, proof I was cursed. Now I call it Tuesday when the plans don't work. That ain't giving up, that's learning the scale. One rough chapter doesn't ruin the tale. One person leaving doesn't empty the room. One cloudy season doesn't cancel the bloom. Plate hits the table, eggs and toast. Simple little meal, but I value it most. Been chasing big moments till I miss what stayed. Hot food, kind words, and another day made. The cook in the back sings off key and proud. Nobody complains, nobody gets loud. I smile to myself like that's living right there. Being fully yourself without checking who cares. Glass half full, ash half gone. Still got rhythm when the week feels long. Ain't got it all, but I got enough. Life feels better when I loosen my clutch. Glass half full, heart still warm. Found some shelter in an ordinary storm. Good tree waiting when I step outside. I'm not on top, but I'm enjoying the climb, yeah. Pay my tab, leave a couple on the plate. Step through the door where the air feels great. Light that up by the newspaper stand. First draw settles like a friendly hand, no cap. I used to make pain my brand. Wear every setback like a permanent stand. Now I let trouble be trouble, not me. A passing event, not identity. Delivery driver parks with his hazards on. Grabs 2 bags, then he's already gone. Everybody moving through a private routine. Keeping something alive that the crowd never sees. That makes me respect every quiet attempt. Every tired soul still paying the rent. Every person rebuilding without applause. Every little comeback without a big cause. The flower burns even, flavor earthy and sweet. Horn section floating underneath the beat. I'm lightly toasted, but my thoughts stay sharp. Finding small gold in a regular dark. It ain't all bad, it ain't all good. It's mostly both like I knew it would. Take what helps, drop what doesn't. Keep some hope, even when it's stubborn. I walk 2 blocks to the 24 train. Ticket machine blinking beside my name. Platform nearly empty, bench painted green. Ad on the wall selling somebody's dream. I don't hate the dream, I just question the price. How much of yourself do you trade for the lights? I want enough bread to breathe without fear, but not so much noise I can't hear myself clear. Train pulls in with a metallic breeze. Doors spread open like an offer to leave. I take my seat by the scratched up glass. Watch dark buildings and antennas pass. A reflection looks back, eyes slightly red, but there's less so static running through my head. I didn't saw much, didn't change my whole route. Just stop treating not yet like never worked out. That's a win to me, subtle but real. Learning not every bruise needs a permanent feel. Tomorrow might test what I'm saying tonight. Still one better thought can adjust your sight, yeah. Glass half full, ash half gone. Still got rhythm when the week feels long. Ain't got it all, but I got enough. Life feels better when I loosen my clutch. Glass half full, heart still warm. Found some shelter in an ordinary storm. Good tree waiting, soul sitting right. I'm not on top, but I'm good tonight, yeah.
One more block before home tonight. Yellow lamps in the quiet sky. One more block before home, ride slow. Ain't no reason to rush this road. One more block before home, stay out. Cool night air got me zoned out. One more block before home, I know. Some feelings only show up slow. Past the same old corner twice. Still look different in the night. Piece of spot stacking chairs inside. Last customer just left the line. Bus stop glowing all alone. Nobody waiting anymore. Just a plastic bench and faded ass. Holding stories nobody has. Dashboard clock keep counting time, but I don't really pay it mind. God know where I need to be, except right here with this beat. Blue haze hanging near the glass. Street lights sliding while I pass. Everything moving smooth and clean, like the city running on a dream. Yeah. One more block before home tonight.
Yellow lamps in the quiet sky. One more block before home, ride slow. Ain't no reason to rush this road. One more block before home, stay out. Cool night air got me zoned out. One more block before home, I know. Some feelings only show up slow. Saw a cat cross the empty lane, disappear behind the rain drain. Tiny moments like that stick, for reasons hard to explain. Radio low in the background, soft groove floating through the town. Nothing trying to steal attention, just enough to hold the tension. Used to think I needed action, something big always happening. Now I find myself appreciating I was with no destination. The city finally dropped its mask. No crowds moving way too fast, just concrete light and shadows looking honest after dark. No rush, no race, ay. Slow ride, good space, ay. No rush, no race, ay. Slow ride, good space, ay. Yeah. Maybe that's why nights feel real. No performance, no big deal. Everything stripped down to basics, and somehow that's what makes it. A quiet road, a steady rhythm, a peaceful head instead of spinning. Sometimes that's all I really need to feel complete. Yeah. One more block before home tonight. Yellow lamps in the quiet sky. One more block before home, ride slow. Ain't no reason to rush this road. One more block before home, stay out. Cool night air got me zoned out. One more block before home, I know. Some feelings only show up slow, yeah. One more block before home, one more turn. Watching midnight softly burn, yeah. One more block before home, alright. Let me keep this feeling tonight. Let me keep this feeling tonight.
Yeah. Been driving these roads for years, still finding something new. Streetlights know my name by now. See me lost and see me proud. Streetlights know my name, I swear. Been through every mood out here. Streetlights know my name tonight. Watch me change beneath that light. Streetlights know my name somehow. Still rolling through the city now. Yo, same avenue, different year, different thoughts inside my head. Funny how the road stay still while the person driving change. Used to fly through every block, always focused on the clock, thinking life was somewhere else, waiting on a higher shelf. Now I notice little things, how the evening slowly settles in, how the storefront colors shift right before the night begins. One old man locking up his shop, same routine, same parking lot. Makes me wonder what he knows after all these years in road. Streetlights know my name by now. See me lost and see me proud. Streetlights know my name, I swear. Been through every mood out here. Streetlights know my name tonight. Watch me change beneath that light. Streetlights know my name somehow. Still rolling through the city now. Yeah. There was nights I felt on top, there was nights I felt completely lost. Same streets under both those skies, same yellow glow above my ride. Funny thing about hard times, they never last, neither do highs. Everything keeps moving on like a favorite old song. Purple haze drift toward the stars, headlights passing distant cars. Nobody really got it figured out. Maybe that's what life's about. Not perfection, not control, not collecting things to own. Old road, new eye, same moon, different life. Maybe growth is hard to see while you're living day to day. Then one night it finally hits, you're not who you used to be. Not better, not worse, just change a little wiser, less afraid, still chasing peace more than applause. And honestly, like know my name by now. See me lost and see me proud. Streetlights know my name, I swear. Been through every mood out here. Streetlights know my name tonight. Watch me change beneath their light. Streetlights know my name somehow. Still rolling through the city now. Streetlights know my name. One more ride, watching midnight slide by. Streetlights know my name, I know. That's why these roads feel like home. Yeah.
through the open window. City hum on a low tempo. Nothing pulling me too far. Just here, just now. Yeah. Easy night, no weight on my chest. I'm not tryna impress. Clock moves soft, almost kind. Like it knows I'm offline. Smoke drifts up, thin and light doesn't blur, just sets the vibe. I'm not running from the day, just letting it dissolve away. No big thoughts, no deep fight, just a calm, familiar quiet. Even silence feels like sound when the world slows down. Slow breeze, take me nowhere. Let the moment stay right here. I don't need more than this. Just a slow breeze, just a slow bliss. Slow breeze, fading stress. Every breath a little less. I don't chase, I don't freeze, I just move with the slow breeze. Music low, but it's enough. Feels like background to my thoughts. Nothing sharp, nothing tense. Everything makes sense. I don't label what I feel. It's too simple, too real. Yeah, just the rhythm in my bones that says I'm good on my own. Smoke curls like it's got time, like it's reading my mind. Not the focus, just the frame. Tonight's easy, stays the same. Slow breeze, take me nowhere. Let the moment stay right here. I don't need more than this. Just a slow breeze, just a slow bliss. Slow breeze, steady flow. Letting everything go slow. No control, no disease. Just a line with the slow breeze. No reflection, no regret. I'm not fixing things yet. Even questions, take a seat, let the quiet speak. Phone stays dark, screen stays cold. I don't need to be known. This minute's already full. Ooh, and that feels beautiful. I inhale, then I smile. Like I finally found a dial, turned it down, not away, just enough to stay in. Nothing else. And then that's the rest. Slow breeze in my chest. Feels like peace without a test. I don't push, I don't squeeze, I just lean in the slow breeze. Slow breeze, mellow zone. Feeling fine being alone. No escape, no release, just existing in the slow breeze. If the night keeps going on, I let it know belong. No deadline, no demand, just time slipping through my hands. Smoke fades, but the calm stays. That was never the main play. What I keep is the ease that settles in me. I don't need to name the state, I don't need to medicate. This is rest, this is me. Fully here, fully free. Slow breeze, final round. Even thoughts don't make a sound. Nothing missing, nothing needs. Just me and the slow breeze. Slow breeze and scene. Soft and clean in between. Still at peace. Riding out the slow breeze. Like slow, mind loose. Slow breathe, 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 breathe.
Glove box full of receipts from places I forgot. Oil change, cheap food, things I never bought.
Little paper proof of 100 small days. Routes I once took, names that slipped away. I find an old note in my own handwriting. Stop waiting for life to feel more exciting. I laugh like, damn, I was talking to me. Still took a few years just to hear it clearly. Fresher ground on the center tray. Organ in the beat, got a worn out sway. I light up once, let the cabin turn sweet. Then sit with that sentence over kick and beat.
Key what matters, toss the rest. Some more weight, don't need your chest. Burn one slow, let your head get clear. You can move ahead and still love what was here. Keep what matters, leave some room. Not every memory needs a permanent tune. I ain't erasing where I've been, just making space for what comes in.
There's a photo tucked behind an expired card. Me and some folks in somebody's yard. Half of us scattered, one passed through town. One changed numbers, one settled down. Back then we swore nothing would switch. Same jokes forever, same crew, same script. But life got hands, rearranged the frame. Nobody stayed wrong, nobody stayed the same. That used to sting, now it feels more fair. People can matter and still not stay there. No beef, no blame, no need to pretend. Some bonds complete without a dramatic end. I take another drag, tap ash in the 10. Feel that old chapter loosen within. Not because the past suddenly meant less. I just quit wearing it like a heavy vest. For real. You don't gotta throw love away. It's because the shape changed. You can keep the lesson and lose the ache.
I pull from the curb when the track switches pace. Convenience lights fade in the mirror's face. Roadwork cones make a narrow little lane. Funny how detours still get you the same. And spend my whole life, now that I look, missing one exit, rewriting the book. Thought I needed certainty before I began. Turns out most people just move when they can. No cap, I still doubt what I'm building sometimes. Still compare my rough drafts to finished designs. Then I remember those receipts in the dash. Every small stop became part of the path. A tank never fills from one giant drop. A calm mind grows when the self-hate stops. A future ain't made by one perfect move. It comes from returning to what feels true.
Keep what matters, toss the rest. Some more weight, don't need your chest. Burn one slow, let your head get clear. You can move ahead and still love what was here. Keep what matters, leave some room. Not every memory needs a permanent tune. I ain't erasing where I've been, just making space for what comes in.
I stopped by a field behind an office park. Sprinklers ticking through the summer dark. No skyline view, no cinematic frame. Just crickets, asphalt, and a quiet brain. That's enough tonight, honestly. A decent strain and some privacy. No crowd to impress, no role to defend. Just me getting cool with myself again. I clean out the glove box piece by piece. Keep one old picture, throw out 3 receipts. Fold that note and put it back inside. Not as a warning, more like a guide. Stop waiting for life to feel more exciting. Maybe life was here while I kept rewriting. And cheap food runs, late calls, missed turns. And every small thing I was too rushed to learn. Keep what matters, toss the rest. Let the old days settle where they fit best. Burn one slow, let the next part near. You can move ahead without disappearing. Keep what matters, leave some room. Fresh air finds every open room. I ain't erasing where I've been, I'm making space for what comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. The radio found the right song tonight. Everything clicked at the perfect time. The radio found the right song somehow. Got me smiling for no reason now. The radio found the right song, let it play. Turned an ordinary night around. The radio found the right song for me, and suddenly the world felt easy. Left the apartment with nothing planned. Keys in my pocket, drink in my hand. Didn't feel bad, didn't feel great. Just one of those in-between days, yeah. Clouds hanging low above the hills. Traffic moving, but never still. Nothing special on my mind, just watching the city slide by. Then a melody came through the speakers. Not famous, not a chart top leader, just the right groove at the right time, like it had been waiting in line. Made the street lights feel warmer somehow. Made me notice the world around. The little things I almost miss while being busy with everything else.
The radio found the right song tonight. Everything clicked at the perfect time. The radio found the right song somehow. Got me smiling for no reason now. The radio found the right song, let it play, turned an ordinary night around. The radio found the right song for me, and suddenly the world felt easy. Saw a couple dancing at a red light, laughing hard underneath the sign. Delivery guy on the BMX, singing louder than he probably should. A food stand still, serving late. Steam rising from the paper plates. People gathering after work, trying to shake off the dirt. Funny how your mood can shift without some giant catalyst. One small spark in the dark, lighting up a different part. Maybe that's why I love these nights. You never know what you'll find. One random moment can become the memory you carry on. Good song, cool air, night moves, don't care. Yeah. Maybe life ain't always big events. Maybe life is what happens in between them. Tiny scenes nobody plans, still becoming something grand. A good beat and a peaceful ride, a clear head for a little while. Honestly, that's more than enough to make me fall in love with life. Yeah. The radio found the right song tonight. Everything clicked at the perfect time. The radio found the right song somehow. Got me smiling for no reason now. The radio found the right song, let it play, turned an ordinary night around. The radio found the right song for me, and suddenly the world felt easy. The radio found the right song at last, made me forget the week I had. The radio found the right song at last, that's the feeling I'm here for. Yeah. That's the light that the love. Baby dying in the blood. That's the feeling I'm here for. Night settled in, no signal, just space. Curtains barely moving with the air, lamp stays on soft glare. I'm not waiting for a sign, just letting the night unwind. Floor creaks, quiet under feet, whole apartment half asleep. Every sound feels rounded off like the edges finally drop. Smoke comes light, fades quick, doesn't pull me in too deep. More like punctuation marks in the sentence made of dark. I don't think about before, I don't lean in the more. Just existing in the zone where being still feels grown. Low tide room, everything slows, thoughts move easy, pressure goes. I don't reach, I don't assume, I just sit in the low tide room. Low tide room, mellow state, nothing here, I got a name. No escape, no perfume, just quiet in the low tide room. Clock keeps time, but I don't check. Tonight doesn't need respect. Minutes stacked and disappear like they know I'm good right here. Smoke hangs thin and clears out, leaves the calm I care about. That was never the whole deal, just a texture to the feel. Music low, almost gone, just a hum I rest upon. I'm not trying to feel deep, I'm just letting myself keep this level, this pace, this ordinary grace. Not bliss, not numb, just comfortably undone. Low tide room, steady breath, nothing sharp left in my chest. I don't rush, I don't zoom, I just stay in the low tide room. Low tide room, neutral light, feels like balance, feels like right. No disguise, no costume, just quiet in the low tide room. I used to fill the space with noise, mistook distraction for a choice. Now I let the silence stay, it don't ask me to explain. Thoughts show up then behave, no drama, no parade. They pass through like guess who know when it's time to go. Smoke burns out, ash goes cold, that's a cue I already know. Nothing lost, nothing wrong, night keeps going on. I stretch back into the chair, notice how I'm still here. No rush to turn this into rest, just being present feels best. In, out, still, in, out, in, out. Enough. Low tide room, calm and wide, nothing pulling from inside. I don't fight, I don't assume, I just breathe in the low tide room. Low tide room, softer view, everything reduced to true. No escape, no resume, just quiet in the low tide room. Outside cars keep sliding past, some too slow, some too fast. None of it demands my role, I'm off the grid, still in control. Smoke is gone, but ease remains. That's the part that always stays. What I needed wasn't haze, just a gentler way. I don't label this as peace, I don't frame it as release.
past. It's just a pause that feels earned, a lower flame, a slower burn. If tomorrow asked again, I'll answer when it ends. For now I let the night conclude right here in the low tide room. Low tide room, final breath, nothing heavy left unsaid. No resolve, no boom, just settling in the low tide room. Low tide room, lights stay low, mind feels clear, body slow, still awake, still immune to the rush in the low tide room. Long blank clicks, soft room, exhales, low tide, low tide, blah, 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 low tide, blah, 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 blah. Long blank clicks, soft room, exhales, low tide, low tide, blah, 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 low tide, blah, 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 low tide.
Quiet tension. Same room, different thoughts. We sit close but a mile apart. Same couch, different heart. You scroll slow, I stare at the wall, waiting for nothing at all. We don't fight, we just avoid. Every silence gets employed as a way to keep things safe. While we slowly change shape, I still know your breathing rhythm. Still feel pull when I shouldn't listen, but something shifted under the calm, like warmth leaving the palm. We say it's fine like it's a spell, hoping words will make it well, but comfort can still conceal what neither of us wants to feel. Between us, late at night, something's off but not a fight. No screams, no broken trust, just distance building between us. Between us, quiet strain, love feels soft but not the same. We don't end, we don't choose, we just live in between us. You ask how my day's been, I answer short then fade in. You notice but let it slide, same way I do when you hide. We learned each other's weak spots and stopped going there a lot. Not out of care, more out of fear of what happens if we're too clear. I miss when we were loud, when the future felt allowed. Now we budget every word, like honesty costs more than hurt. I don't doubt what we had, I just feel the shift go bad. Like a song I still play, even when the magic's gone away. Between us, late at night, same love, different light. We still touch, still trust, but something stuck between us. Between us, competence, familiar, without defense. No goodbye, no excuse, just this space between us. I wonder if you feel it too, that pause before I love you. Not doubt, not regret, just less sure than we were then. We share a bed, but the present doesn't last. It lingers, never lands, like we're holding shifting sand. I don't wanna make it worse by turning thought into a verse, but pretending takes its toll when you start shrinking your role. We don't need a final blow, just an honest undertow, something pulling us apart without breaking either heart. If we say it out loud, does it fall or feel proud? Between us, late at night, something heavy in the light. No betrayal, no abuse, just the truth we don't use. Between us, still polite, still care, still hold tight. No release, no excuse, the stain between us. Maybe love isn't loud forever, maybe it learns how to weather, or maybe we're past the part where effort keeps the spark. I don't need a win or blame, I just wanna call it by its name. Whatever this is we're in, before silence calls a win. If we in, I want it clean, not dramatic, not mean. Just two people who were close, learning when to let go. Between us, late at night, truth sits quiet in the light. No crash, no sudden loss, just slowly drifting across. Between us, last refrain, still respect, still pain. No enemy, no excuse, just
the space that grew between us.
Same room, same night, different future. Yo. Break. Yeah. We grew up counting cracks in the street. Same corner store, same busted beats. Borrow bikes, scrape knees, no plans. Thinking the world fit right in our hands. Back then names meant everything. Now the echoes when the phone don't ring. Some of us stayed, learned the block. Some took off, never looked back once. We used to swear we'd move as one. Same pace, same sky, same sun. Funny how time don't argue fair. It just pulls people everywhere. Same block, different rules. Some stay close, some outgrown. Still feel them when the night gets slow. Same roots, but we chose our roads. Same block, different roads. Different weight in the stories we hold. Even if the distance grows, we came from the same code. Yeah, I still see faces in passing cars. For a second think, yeah, that's ours. Then the light turns green, moments gone. Another name added to the song. One friend married, one locked in work. One chasing dreams, one chasing hurt. One disappeared without goodbye. Just stop replying, let silence try. No beef, no blame, just drift. Life don't ask, it shifts. Sometimes growing means letting go, even when you don't wanna know. Same block, different roads, different clocks, same old code. If I see you, yeah, I still nod. We were built from the same raw odds. Same block, different roads. Some found peace, some overload. Still got love even when it's cold. Same start, different road. Yeah, I stayed long enough to learn the way to watching change and calling it fate. Same street lights, new faces now. Kids out there doing what we did then. I wonder if they ever think about those nights on the edge of things. Talking big like time was free, not knowing what it cost to be. I don't regret the ones who left, or the ones who stayed and felt the depth. Every path taught something true, even silence from people you knew. No rewind, just respect. Still here. Same block, different roads, different scars in the load we hold. Not everyone makes it close, but everyone played a role. Same block, different roads. Still feel home when the memory shows. Even when the circle broke, we're linked by what we chose. Yeah, if we cross paths someday again, no need to explain where you've been. A look, a laugh, that's enough. History already did the tough. We don't owe the past a thing, but I carry it like a ring. Not heavy, just to wear. Who was there when we were bare? Same block, different road. Some stayed real, some outgrown. Still raise a glass to the old code. Same roots, different roads. Same block, different road. Night moves on, city glows. No regret, just letting go. Same beginning, different roads. Same block, different roads.
You know that feeling when everybody's laughing and nothing's really happening, but everything's happening? Yeah, that feeling right there. That's what this is about. Rooftop Thursday, somebody brought the aux. Mix of old and new, nobody talks too much. Just vibing in that comfortable kind of way when good people gather at the end of the day. Mike brought his girl, she fit right in. Tony told that story about Berlin again. We laugh like we hadn't heard it twice. Some stories get better with a little more spice. Yeah. Sky fading, orange city lights below. Somebody pour something smooth and slow. This
is what you build a life around. Real connections, real people, solid ground. Don't need much when you got the right ones near. Everything feels lighter when your people are here. Good vibes travel when the crew is tight. Good people, good times every single night. Good people, good times. That's the only way. Turn an ordinary night into a perfect day. Smoke in the air, laughter on the breeze. Good people, good times, living life with these. Jerome showed up late like he always does. Walked in like a star, got the love because that's just Jerome, never changed a bit. 15 years deep and he still fits. Got into about the greatest of all time. Music, sports, movies, crossing every line. Everybody wrong and everybody right. That's the best debate on the rooftop night. Phone stayed in the pocket most of the time. Just present in the moment, that's the paradigm. Realized halfway through my second cup, this right here is what fills you up. Don't need much when you got the right ones near. Everything feels lighter when your people are here. Good vibes travel when the crew is tight. Good people, good times every single night. Good people, good times. That's the only way. Turn an ordinary night into a perfect day. Smoke in the air, laughter on the breeze. Good people, good times, living life with these. Night got deeper, crowd got smaller. Those last few hours always feel taller. When it's just the core ones left behind, that's when conversations blow your mind, yeah. Real talk mixed with jokes and reminiscing. Talking about the things we felt were missing. Turned into plans and plans, turned into laughs. 2 a.m. and nobody doing the math. Finally called it when the city got still. Hugs at the door with that lingering feel. Drive home slow with a smile on your face. Knowing you got people, knowing you got a place. Protect your peace, but protect your people too. The ones who show up when the sky turns blue. Invest in moments, not in things of clout. That's what good living is really about. Yeah, find your tribe and hold them close and real. No amount of money matches how they make you feel. Good people rare, good times don't last forever, but the memory of both, that lasts. Good people, good times. That's the only way. Turn an ordinary night into a perfect day. Smoke in the air, laughter on the breeze. Good people, good times, living life with these. Good people, good times. So here's to the crew. Here's to the nights, here's to the laughs and the rooftop lights. Here's to showing up and being present and real. Good people, good times, that's the best deal. Yeah, you know who you are. This one's for you. Yeah, yeah. Good people, good times.
It started after midnight, just another quiet night.
One long night rolling slow, city lights down below, smoke drifting in the glow, let the whole story flow. One long night in the haze, lost inside neon maze, every breath rearranged, all the weight of the days. Met her outside the bar under flickering stars. She said life feel bizarre, so we drove in the car. Radio playing old blues, purple clouds in the view. She said, what do you do when the world feels askew? I said, sometime I ride, let the long roads decide. When the pressure inside, need a place just to hide. One long night rolling slow, city lights down below, smoke drifting in the glow, let the whole story flow. Parking lot near the pier, ocean whispering near. She said life full of fear, but the moment is here. Smoke drifting through air, neon glow everywhere. Every breath that we share feel like something rare. We talked hours away about dreams gone astray, about bills we must pay, about losing our way. Night teaching us both how to breathe, 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 how to breathe. Yeah, sunlight starting to rise, golden tint in the sky. She looked straight in my eyes, said this night made me wise. Then she stepped from the ride, morning light at her side, and the road opened wide while the city replied. One long night, rolling slow, let the memory glow. Yeah, every mile let me know.